Look at those beautiful blossoms. Oh, I work so hard and they're so beautiful. Oh my gosh, all these flowers just in time for Mother's Day. How did we get here? Let me show you. Hello, today is Tuesday, May 3rd, and I am going to do a little bit of a test run for Mother's Day bouquets, and also I want to get some advertising out there. So my plan for Mother's Day arrangements is to not do any pre-orders. I just don't want to deal with that this year. It's already been really stressful trying to figure out where I'm storing all of my tulips that are just popping open like crazy because my fridge is full. The other thing that I've kind of been dealing with is figuring out foliage. So I'm gonna probably have a mishmash of foliage this time. So I did end up buying some eucalyptus from Fred Meyer, and the reason why I went with that was because I was researching wholesale floral supplies online, and you know, even places that were a good deal, they were like $15 for like 8 stems. This was $7 for 5 stems, and they're pretty big and branching, so I may be able to just kind of do 1 or maybe 2 per each. And then the other thing that I got was some baby's breath. And so eucalyptus, I can have this for a while and hold it over, but the baby's breath probably not. So I'm going to probably head back to Fred Meyer later in the week so that I can have some fresher stuff available later, closer to the date, so that it's pretty fresh for the customers. But I just want to do a practice run and then post some pictures on the Facebook page and on the community page. So my plan, I'm going to test today, but I was thinking either doing cute little kind of bigger mason jar arrangements with some ribbon to fancy it up, or to do bunches that are like wrapped. So we're just kind of going to see how that goes. And this is like a little side tangent, but I've been looking at my reports because I've been tracking my inventory and tracking bouquets for the price and what's in them and how they sell. And I was thinking that people were preferring the lower price point, but actually most of my sales are the $20 bouquets. So I think I'm going to try to go higher for the Mother's Day arrangements as well, but moving forward I think I might put out a couple $30 arrangements and see how those go. I've had quite a few people stop and look, and I thought, oh, maybe it's the colors, maybe it's the price point, maybe people are tired of tulips, I don't know. But we're going to keep experimenting. But for Mother's Day, we're going to try to go $30 and maybe a couple $20. And I have worked out my tulip pricing. So I'm doing the single stems as $1.84 and the double or parrot tulips as $2.29 a stem. And then these I'm going to do a little bit of a premium. Then I also foraged a whole heck ton of salal that is in a cooler outside because I have no space for any of this. So yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, these are pretty good sprays, so I think I probably can just use one of these, but we'll see, I think I'm going to value all of the filler, the eucalyptus and the baby's breath, at the same price as I'm going to do the double or fancy tulips, so that's $2.29 a stem. So to get a $30 bunch, I need 12 stems. So I think we can make that work. So I've got 1 eucalyptus in here, and then 1 kind of smaller spray of baby's breath, but that really fills it out really nicely. So I might even just kind of pull that down. Okay, so 12, 4 already. Does that look like a $30 bouquet to you? So I've got 1 eucalyptus, 1 baby's breath, 2 parrot tulips, 4 double tulips, and then 5 of these single tulips. I think that makes sense. So that's 13 stems in total. I can see that. Alright, I'm going to do one more display one for marketing that's a little bit more in line with what I'm going to be able to forage from out back. So that would be salal, and then these hyacinthoids. So look at that stem length on that. So yeah, I want to just do a little bit of a different style and showcase some of the other things that I'll have blooming. For some reason this salal has like a bunch of dust or pollen on it. I tried to soak it in soapy water and that didn't really help. So I gotta like wash each leaf. It just looks so dirty. And these stems are just like wonky. I might collar this. $30? I think I need one more salal in here, but we'll trim it down. Oh, it needs to go down even more, but let me get the salal. Yeah, good. Okay, picture time. Alright, so I pulled some of these ones out of the fridge that have been in there for a while, and some of them just look horrible. It's like dried up and smushy. I don't understand, like it still has the bulb, so I'm not so sure about that. So here's some of the more decent looking ones. I'm gonna cut off the bulbs and then hydrate them and see if they wake up. So some of these are like wet noodles, but apparently you can just soak them in water and they'll rehydrate. So I'm gonna go put these in the ice chest. Sales have been pretty slow this week and I have no fridge space. So these ones are pretty good. They're a little bit open, but the local museum is running a fundraiser, so I'm going to donate these for them to sell. So they should be okay if they keep them in the fridge. The base side might be a little bit shorter, but I still think it's going to be really enjoyable. So I'm going to go donate these today. I had someone order a $60 to $80 range custom bouquet. He just said he wanted something impressive, so that is going out on Friday, so I'm not dealing with that yet. But then I also had somebody message me asking for 4 bunches of $15 to $20 bouquets for Teacher Appreciation Week. So that is what I'm going to make today, and then my coworker is going to get this lovely little bunch here. I'm thinking I'm just going to keep them all the same so that people, all these recipients, don't feel like they're getting, you know, the short end of the stick or something if they got a color they didn't like or something. So I think I'm just going to do a formula or recipe for this. Alright, back with some of the salal that I processed earlier this week and some bluebells. So we'll see what we can do here. Hello, it is Thursday, and I just want to give you a couple updates. So I'm about to make that custom order in the $60 to $80 range, and I'm a little bit nervous, but we'll figure it out. And the other thing I want to show you guys is those tulips that I tried to rehydrate that looked pretty at the bottom of the fridge. Yeah, they did not make a comeback, so those ones are gone, and I'm glad I composted most of them. But the other thing is I've been base life testing this Solomon seal. Wonderful. Looks great. This was picked on Monday. So yeah, it's still looking wonderful, and it's got these cute little flowers. So I'm loving that. So let's get into making this big old arrangement. Alright, so it's Friday morning. I've got the stand opened up even though it's kind of rainy, and I really need to get on making more arrangements, but I need to go harvest first. And man, I am so freaking tired. So I'm going to take a break, let the 5 that are out there just chill for a minute. I'm going to drink some coffee, and then I'm going to go harvest and make some more arrangements. This is where I was cranking out bouquets this weekend, so this is a pretty good setup actually. So I could, clean up over here and then wrap them over here. So that was really great. And then, I've got a straight visual to the stand, so when people pull up, I can go chat with them. Wanted to kind of give you an update of where we're at. So here's the tulips, and the pink ones are still kind of going, but the Tucano ones and the Novi Sun and the Ray design are just totally decimated. Which I guess is a good thing. So let me show you. Still got some of the Royal 10 and the Upstar, and then here's the Tucano ones. Clearly they weren't that in demand, and also I ordered way too many of those. So I have quite a few lessons learned from tulips this first year, so I'm definitely going to put out a video kind of talking strategy for next year. Here's what's left. So, oh, we got a little bit more over here though. So here's some of the later blooming parrot mix ones. The sunset mix is pretty much done, and then I've still got some of the double mix going. So this will be great to tide me over, hopefully, until the warmer weather flowers come through. The anemones also are throwing some really great stems, so that will be awesome as well. So it's still the morning time, but I've had a few people come through, so I think we're going to have some last minute sales, which will be great. But it was a pretty successful weekend. I sold... Let me check my sales. So from Thursday to this morning, I still have a whole day left. I've had 18 sales with an average of $33. So I've had a little bit different mix of orders than I thought. So I've had a lot of demand for the wrapped $20 bouquets. I thought people would go for the $30 mason jar arrangements a little bit more. But yeah, I think they're liking the wrapped ones because they can kind of do what they want with them. But we'll see. I've got some of the $30 ones left over, so we'll see if anybody picks those up today. Otherwise, they're going to get donated. Thanks for watching today's video, and I hope to see you next week.